What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, SMARONENINE. So before we get into this video, let me take a second to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody who celebrates. Fill your bellies today, spend a lot of time with family and loved ones, and I hope you guys all have a great day. I know I'm going to. I can't wait to eat that bird. I can smell it cooking already. Okay, so let's get right into this. So today we're going to be picking up my series of revisiting my past. And today we're on one of my most highly rated maps to date. This is Lost. So originally it was my highest rated map. So if a lot of you probably don't know, but I've released this map. This is the second time I released it. But the very first time I released it, it was, the likes were through the roof. The downloads were through the roof. I mean, it was very popular. But because of a lot of reasons, I decided to pull it off the workshop, rebuild it, and then re-release it later on. And it's doing pretty good, but nowadays the community, we know, ain't as active as it used to be. But anyway, there was one time when this map was one of the most highly rated maps in the workshop, and it was awesome. So Lost is a 40 by 40. And the name Lost, it's pretty simple. This map was inspired by the TV show Lost. So if you guys never watched that TV show, go check it out. It's on streaming apps. I can't tell you which one, but it's a great TV show, and I was a big fan of the show, so that's how the map came to be. So let's jump right into it. Let's not waste too much time in the spawn. Let's get cranking here. Obviously, the TV show, all the survivors start right on the beach, and so that's why you start on the beach in the game. I took a chance with this map by only making it be a one trail map. So the one trail on this, I probably hold the record on all of the maps throughout the entire workshop of having the longest trail, one trail map. So the trail starts right here and it goes all the way around this whole map, and it's just one trail all the way around. It goes completely around the entire, I mean, there ain't one section that ain't covered. It comes up in here. I mean, the whole purpose is to get here. In the TV show, they find the hatch, and the hatch leads to all kinds of stuff, and that's where you end it, is finding the hatch. Now, we won't get to that today. We won't see it. I won't never get over there unless I take the cheat way. But I want to go this way. It has much more to see. So the reason I did this little cheat way before we get going is I wanted the player to spawn at the beach and hopefully not even be wondering what's around this corner. I just wanted him to spawn, see the plane down there, and be like, ooh, what's that? I want to go see what the plane is. So go down there and don't even think about that backside. And then make you drive the entire map, and then you get here, and then you drive down this trail and go, oh, you bastard. You know? So that's kind of where my head was at when I built this map. Alright, so let's get cruising. So real quick, we're in Force's Fred the Ferd. This is his old Ford truck. Now, you won't see me drive too many Fords here on my channel. I'm not a fan of Ford whatsoever. If you guys know me, you know that. But this truck, this mod is badass. I love this thing. This is one of my favorites by Forces. And not a Ford fan at all, but I'm a fan of this mod. This thing is just awesome. Look at the big tractor tires on this bitch. This thing is a beast, and it hammers. So the original Lost, I'd like to find the old. I wanted to do a series where I show you guys on just the maps that I've rebuilt, which I can't name them all. I've rebuilt Lost, I've rebuilt Mahuzik, I've rebuilt Oxford, McKenna. I know I'm forgetting one. Maybe that's it. I'm not sure. But I'd like to search the internet, scour the internet for the original maps, all of my original maps that I once had. And I was going to do a video where I kind of side by side show you the rebuild and the original, just so you can see how much I've improved them and how much my skill with map making has changed from the original release to the rebuilt release. I think it's a night and day myself. Um, and my only advice to you guys, if you're just starting out map making, is practice makes perfect, guys. Now, I'm not saying I'm the best map maker in the world, not even close. But I know that I've improved a lot throughout the years, and I think my maps are pretty good, you know. I don't think I'm the best map maker, but I appreciate everybody who likes my maps and has praised me up over the years. And like I said, I just keep telling everybody, practice makes perfect. You're not going to get better if you don't keep making maps, you know. And try to change. Don't try to do the same thing over and over again. That's why if you look through my catalog of maps, I have everything. Logging, trailing, crawling, maps like this, inspired by TV shows. I mean, I have test maps, I have racetrack maps. I've done everything, a little bit of everything in this game. Change it up, be diverse, you know. And I stress that with mod makers as well. Don't just keep making little stock trucks, and don't just keep making crawlers, and mix it up, you know. Make friggin' mod. You know who's the most diverse mod maker in the community, in my opinion, is Froggy. I respect Froggy and what he's done. He's come a long way with his mods. I haven't seen him make too much these days, but he was the most diverse mod maker I've ever seen in the community. He's making friggin' school buses, friggin' four-wheelers, and cars and vans and trucks, and I don't think there's anything he hasn't made. It's crazy. I mean, I've never been best of friends with Froggy, but I've always respected him and what he's done for all the communities. I mean, everybody has their opinions about everybody, but I've never had any issues with Froggy. I always thought he was a pretty cool dude. Some of his mod choices are not my particular mod choices, but he's made some crazy stuff, I'll admit that, but he's made some good stuff as well. He's got a couple of mods over on SNOWRUNNER that were a couple of my favorites, and he has a couple of monster trucks that he made for Mudrunner, I think, that I really liked back in the day. It's been a while since I've used any Froggy mods, but yeah, I think that dude is one of the most diverse guys out there. And that's what I'm hoping somebody says about me when it comes to maps, you know. SMARONENINE's very diverse map maker. He makes everything, and that's kind of what I was always shooting for. But no, Lost still looks good. So I don't really, I'm sure a lot of map makers are like this, but when you make a map, you spend hundreds of hours in the editor building a map, and when you release it, you might run it once or twice, and then you put it away, and you don't really run it anymore. And that's kind of how I am with my maps. I'm not saying I haven't driven this map. I mean, it's been a while, so I haven't seen this map in a while. And let me just stop for a minute and take a peek, because this swamp is actually one of my better looking swamps that I've built throughout all my maps. I haven't made many swamps, but this one really stands out. It looks really good. So yeah, I don't really get out and trail my maps. Like, for example, I just released Crater, and I just released Diamondback within the last 2 weeks, and I've driven Crater twice, and I haven't touched it since. I actually uninstalled it, and I played. What I usually do is when I release a map, I'll take a night and I'll trail every single trail on the map, and then I probably won't touch the map again until I do a video like this. You know, I just don't trail my own stuff, and I don't really get out there and trail my friends' stuff enough. So I want to start doing that as well. At some point, I'm going to mix in some of those kind of videos too. Look at this thing just hammer up through here. So I think with this rebuild, I think I used this rock, which is the same. You probably recognize it if you played Diamondback. I just used this rock on Diamondback as well. I really like the looks of this rock. I think it blends really good with the green and everything like that. So this has been my kind of go-to rock lately. I think on the original Lost map I used a different rock. I can't remember. In the series that I've been doing showing, I've only done one video actually, but I'm gonna start doing and showing all my mods as well in that series, the Forgotten Mods. And I spent like a couple of hours scouring the internet to find all them mods again. I think I'm going to do that with all my maps as well. I want to get all the original versions of my maps, including a lot of the maps that you guys might have never seen, that I've released back in the day, and I've kind of forgotten about them. So I want to get all of them back. Check out this flex. This thing is so badass. Forces nailed it with this truck. I almost think this was a request. I can't remember. Forces would have to clarify that. I think somebody requested this and he built it for him. And then I think he might have redid it. I can't remember. I don't know all the facts of this mod. It's, whoa, lifting that ass end right up. Look at that. How about that little pop-up? That wench can be a friggin' pain in the ass sometimes. Get up there. There we go. Hook the winch. So yeah, I'm cheating again just for time issues. We're gonna winch a lot of this stuff. I don't want to make these files too big. My goal every time I come into one of these videos is to keep it around 15 minutes, but no more than 20. So that's at least my goal. So between 15 and 20 is what I shoot for with these videos. I can't really do it in 10 minutes because I can't really show you guys too much in 10 minutes, you know, but which would be the better file size to do, but 15 to 20 isn't bad when you upload it. It takes about an hour, maybe a little less. Ooh, I just hit something right there. So if you guys are wondering why I've rebuilt these maps, I kind of talked about that a little bit. So I don't know how many maps. I should have checked that before I come into this video, but I'll know when I get into the next time we revisit a map. The main reason I rebuilt the maps is just because of skill level. You know, I felt I gotten a lot better since I originally released these maps. But another big reason why is because back on the original Lost map, which maybe we'll get into a video on the original map someday, and I'll bring up this subject again, but on the original maps, it had a real problem with distributions and the dreaded word that we all used to use called star rocks. And what that means is, like for example, if I was sitting right here on the original map, all these trees would be doing like a weird flicker, and all the little rock distributions right here on the map they would look like stars, and that was a real issue with old stuff, and it really bugged the shit out of me so bad. I mean, you'd be driving down the trail and everything's flickering and it just looks horrible. And if I can get on the original Lost map and drive the same trail for you guys, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And it's the main reason why I wanted to rebuild a lot of these old maps. Like all these rocks, these little rocks you see right here, would all be flickering and they'd look like stars on the map. Such an annoying thing. And a friend of mine on my friends list, I can't remember his name is like Harrison WC maybe. I think that's his name. I hope I didn't butcher it. Harrison. And he's a popular map maker. He has a couple of really good maps out. I think one, I don't remember the name of him, I apologize. I think it's The Gorge, and I can't remember the other one, but I've trailed him quite a bit, and he's a really good map maker. And I was on one of his maps, and I was driving down one of his trails, and I noticed all of his rocks were not flickering. He had super thick trees, and none of them were flickering, and I'm like, wait a minute, how the hell did you do this? So I messaged him, and he filled me in on some really good tips using the editor and how to fix that. And I've done a tutorial on this on my old YouTube channel, so I'm going to be redoing that tutorial very soon, and I'll show you guys how to fix that issue and how to fix that. There's a few maps in the workshop now that when you trail them, you still get that flickering and the star rocks and all that bullshit. So I'm going to go over that in a video. There's another thing on this map that's really bothering me, and I've been seeing it a lot in this game lately. Once in a while when you're driving through mud, you'll see the ground like sink. If I notice it again while we get going, I'll point it out, but that's another big issue I've been seeing with this game a lot lately. Not just on my maps, on anybody's maps. I downloaded a couple of workshop maps and just tried them out, and it was the same issue was happening on there. It's something to do with the thickness of the mud or how much mud you use in a certain section, I think. I don't know. It could be something else, but I thought I had a good way of doing mud and not having that happen, but apparently not, because I've been seeing it here and there pop up again. But you know what? I think we're closing in on 15 minutes, guys, and I think this is a good place to end it. See how far we got. So we did the whole beach trail, and we come all the way up the side. And like I said, you still got a long ways to go. If you guys have never played this, please check it out. The link will be in the description. So you got all of this, the river run. You come down around here, you go all the way up. Come all the way down here, you go down. This is a nice trail when you get out through here. You got the nice rock run right here above the beach. That's pretty fun. Come down around, you get a nice crossing right here. That's pretty cool. Back up, and then you get over to the hatch, which is the big surprise at the end. But no, that's a little bit of Lost. Look at that nice little climb right there in front of you. That's a nice little trail right up there. Got the river. But anyway, I think that's where I'm going to end this video. It's been fun, and once again, guys, have a very happy Thanksgiving, and that's going to do it for this video. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll talk to you guys again real soon.